What's up, everybody? How you doing? Welcome back. Thank you for joining me today. We're going to talk about Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, the first Marvel movie in quite some time that I was excited to go watch because I thought this one might bring something to the table that I haven't seen before. The movie's pretty long; it's like 2 hours and 40 minutes. It's got the same cast as the previous movie, obviously minus Chadwick Boseman, R.I.P. Man, they did him a good the little Marvel paper thing with the characters on it. They did a real nice thing for him on that, so you'll enjoy that. This movie was, I didn't know what to expect. I was excited because I thought, okay, the first Black Panther, I like it. It's not as great, in my opinion, as most people thought it was, but I enjoyed it. And I really like Chadwick Boseman a lot. And so I was excited to see this one regardless, because I was wanting to see what they were going to do without him around. And I watched it last night at about midnight. How do I not spoil things in this review? Okay, so the movie is fairly typical for Marvel, but they did some things in it that I thought were really great. Like it's typical for Marvel, but the execution of it this time I thought was really good. It was probably one of my favorite Marvel movies of the last few years. Not even probably. It was one of my top couple of the last few years. The acting was pretty great. There was cool little bit parts played by other people. It was nice to see Kamaru Usman in the movie from UFC. I'm a big MMA fan. He was the 170 champ for a long time. He's fixing to fight again for the belt in England, I think in February or something like that. So it was really cool to see him in this. I don't know. I like to see people that I like getting little movie roles and stuff. I think it's pretty neat. The story was compelling. I like the way that they were able, because I didn't know what they were going to do with the lack of Chadwick Boseman. But the story was compelling. They did as good a job as they could possibly do without him being in the movie. There was a couple of surprises. There were some characters in there that I don't know what's known right now because I don't pay attention to this stuff. So I don't know what's known, so I won't say anything specific. There was characters in the movie that I was extremely excited about. I owned a comic book shop for a few years, so I read a lot of comics that have some of these characters in them. So I was around when some of these characters were first introduced in the comic books. And so I thought it was really neat to see them brought into the MCU. The ones that they chose, I thought they did it right. I thought they did it with tact, and I think that the execution was there. I think that this movie was, I don't know, I was so surprised. When the movie was over with, I was extremely happy, very pleased. I was a little nervous going into the theater though, you know. There was a little bit of spotty CG in the movie. Some of the acting wasn't amazing. Some of the dialogue, like with Angela Bassett, some of her accent was a little bit off. But mostly the movie was enjoyable. If you like Marvel movies, this one should rate pretty high on your list. I think this is going to do buku business in the box office. I work at Alamo Drafthouse Theater, and I'm scheduled to work tonight, Friday, and Saturday morning, Sunday morning. I expect to be slammed busy the next couple of days. We've pre-sold just tons of these tickets, so this is going to be a big one. I expect people to really enjoy this movie. The story was awesome, man. The villain was great, and also it was empathetic. The story made sense. I like how they introduced some new things, existing characters that were in the MCU. I thought they used them appropriately. I don't know, man. Without spoiling things, I can't say a whole lot more else about it. I enjoyed this movie so much more than I thought I was going to. A lot of people I was with teared up. I didn't quite hit that mark yet, but I got close. There's some emotional stuff in this movie. The girl that plays the princess, T'Challa's sister, she is amazing in this film. I love the internal battles that she has to go through. Her story arc is just wonderful. Let's see what else was in this one. I thought that the smaller roles that were in this movie, they did them right. They popped in and popped out appropriately. They brought some characters in that I hadn't seen in a little while. I don't know. This movie was wonderful. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I'm going to give this one like 4 out of 5 stars. It was good. It wasn't perfect. It had some like I said, some of the dialogue was kind of cringy. Some of the accents were a little bad. Some spotty CG. But overall, man, this was a banger of a Marvel movie. I would say with Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, that Marvel's back, dude. I think that they're back, and that's a good thing. We need Marvel movies. As much as I don't particularly care for them all the time, we need them, man. We need people to come into the theaters. They keep theaters alive. They keep movies alive, and this is the best I've felt about a Marvel movie in some time, and I can't say that I'm anything other than extremely happy about that, because I was getting pretty cynical and pretty just Marvel, I don't care. That's exactly how I was acting about Marvel movies. I didn't care. As a matter of fact, when I showed up for the employee screening, a bunch of people were like, "Yo, I'm surprised you're here." And I was like, "Yeah." I said, I want to review it. I want to see it. It's Black Panther, man. How would you not want to watch this? I want to see what they do with it, you know? If nothing else, just out of sheer curiosity of what are they going to do with this story. Because in real life, we took a giant hit to the MCU. And I think this one affected people as much as Stan Lee or more. And so it was pretty important for them to do this right. I think they waited an appropriate amount of time. They put the appropriate amount of work into it. And I'm happy that they did. I am thrilled that they were able to do this as well as they did. I enjoyed this movie 3 or 4 times more than I thought I was going to. I figured I'd like it. I was like, there's no way I go in here and they just trash this movie. So I was ecstatic when I left the theater last night. I was in a good mood. I slept well last night, man. It was nice. So if you get a chance to go see Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, go see it in the theater. This one needs to be seen on a big screen. The story is amazing. I'll tell you what, it's 2 hours and 40 minutes, right? When it was over with, this movie, now I remember I had said that Terrifier 2 was paced well and I enjoyed it. I never got bored. That's accurate. But in this movie, there's not one point in this movie where you're just like, oh, dude, hurry up. Not one. Marvel movies are notorious for having these lulls for a few minutes, right? Big chunks you can cut out to save some screen time. No, every minute in this movie is used well, and I liked that. I was never bored, and it went by very quick for a movie of this length. So it is a long one, so be prepared. Go to the bathroom before you go sit in the theater and all that jazz. Make sure you get a snack and a drink because you're going to need it. But I had a great time. I'm very happy to report that Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, was a massive success, in my opinion. If you get a chance to go watch it in the theaters, I say do it, man. It's going to be a much better experience in the theater than it will be at home. So let me know what you think in the comments. If you watch it, please no spoilers. I don't want to have to like delete comments and block people. I don't generally have to do that, but I feel like this is one I have to warn people. Please don't do that, man. The movie's great. The villain's great. The story is wonderful. I had a great time, man. 4 out of 5 stars from me. So yeah. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you real soon with more videos. I got lots more horror content coming, so just stay tuned. We'll be back soon. Peace.